Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Price Point. In today's episode, The Trials of Tariffs, we'll be diving into a topic that's been quietly reshaping the retail landscape and causing much uncertainty. Think of tariffs like a pebble tossed into a pond. The initial splash may be small, but the ripples impact everything around it. And those ripples, they often find their way to the customers. So how do we navigate these while keeping customers at the center of our pricing strategies? Let's break it down. As always, we go back to the basics and define it. So let's talk about what a tariff is. A tariff is a tax imposed by a government on imported goods and services. These taxes are often used to protect domestic industries by making imported goods more expensive. Now, trade policies, on the other hand, encompass the rules, agreements, and tariffs that govern how countries exchange goods and services. For example, a tariff might be placed on steel to encourage domestic production, but the ripple effects extend far beyond just the steel industry. These policies can affect costs, supply chain, and ultimately pricing strategies across multiple sectors. Now, let's deep dive into how tariffs and trade policies create these ripple effects, and we'll start with the upstream impacts first. In these instances, tariffs often increase the cost of raw materials or imported goods. Take semiconductors, for example. Tariffs on these components can raise production costs for industries like electronics and automobiles. On top of that, supply chain adjustments and rising shipping costs amplify these effects. So you're having costs build upon costs build upon costs. Now, when that happens, what happens downstream? As costs rise, brands and retailers face a dilemma of either absorbing these costs or passing them on to the customers. For customers, even minor price changes can alter perceptions. A $1 increase on a popular item could push value-driven customers to explore alternatives. All right, so understand we got the basics out of the way. Let's really talk about some examples of this. So think about electronics. When costs for components increase, so the semiconductor that we talked about, the final products, laptops, smartphones, and even household appliances and cars all become more expensive. Retailers and brands must adjust their pricing strategies carefully, knowing that these changes directly affect customer trust and loyalty. This brings us to the core message of today. In times of uncertainty, it's absolutely essential to get back to basics. Pricing isn't just about margins or costs. It's about understanding your customer. All right, so let's take a look at a few reminders. Know your customer. Are they price sensitive? Are they loyal to your brand? Are they willing to pay more for quality or convenience? Answering these questions can help shape your response to tariff-induced cost changes. You'll also want to be able to strike a balance. Tariffs are going to impact all customers alike. It doesn't matter if they're value-driven or they're premium customers. It's important that you take a look at things holistically as a business and be very strategic with any price adjustments. You need to really thread that needle of having a favorable price image and maintaining your company's financial targets. There may be some known value items you choose to hold and take care of customers, whereas on the long tail, those may become more opportunistic to move. And finally, engage thoughtfully. Use messaging to maintain trust. For instance, explain why price adjustments are necessary and emphasize the value product your still provides. If I were to take these back to basic concepts and turn them into strategies, here's how I would approach it to help you navigate these ripple effects of the tariffs. The very first thing I do is define your pricing framework. Start with a clear framework that considers costs, competitive positioning, and customer sensitivity. Build flexibility into your approach to accommodate volatility. Second, prioritize transparency. Customers appreciate honesty. Communicate why prices are rising and connect the narrative to broader challenges like global trade dynamics. Next, leverage competitive intelligence. Stay informed about how your competitors are responding. Are they absorbing costs? Are they reducing assortment? Are they raising prices? Use this data to benchmark and refine your strategy. And finally, test your price changes. Don't go all in on a new pricing strategy without testing. Roll out changes in smaller markets or product lines to measure customer response and adjust as needed. At the end of the day, tariffs and trade policies are just one piece of the pricing puzzle. The key is to stay grounded in what your customers want most. By combining strategic pricing with a customer-first mindset, you can turn uncertainty into an opportunity to build trust and loyalty. Thanks for tuning into The Price Point. If this topic resonates with you or you're facing challenges related to tariffs, drop me a comment and reach out. Love to hear your thoughts. See you next time on The Price Point.